Welcome back to
the fight card.
UFC 99.
The comeback.
The comebacks. We got Rich Ace Franklin versus Wanderlei the Axe Murderer Silva.
Which is exciting. It has to be an exciting fight.
It's gonna be exciting.
We got a bunch of fights on the card. All are worthy of talking about, but we can't get to them all. So check out fightcardguys.blogspot.com to see how we feel about the rest of the fighters. Let's just get into the main card. We have Spencer Fisher versus Caol Uno.
Spencer Fisher.
Another guy who used to fight in the UFC, Caol Uno. He hasn't fought in the UFC for a while. He's impressive, but I think Spencer Fisher, he's fought the who's who of the UFC. He's beat a lot of people. He beat a young Thiago Alves. He's beat some good guys. But you think Caol Uno can just step in and fight a guy on Spencer Fisher's level?
I don't really think so. Caol Uno's a good fighter. He's calm. He's smart. He knows what to do, and he knows when to do it. And he doesn't force anything. I think Spencer Fisher appropriately forces things, which means he's going to come in and he's going to impose his will, and he can beat you from so many different positions and angles and styles. I think Spencer Fisher is just on a different level than Caol Uno is, and I think he's just better.
Spencer Fisher used to fight Miletich. He used to train Matt Hume.
Yeah.
I think Spencer Fisher's going to pull out the win. I don't think Caol Uno's really going to have a great future in the UFC, but he might prove us wrong.
The guys that Spencer Fisher has lost to, they had something that Caol Uno just doesn't really have. Yeah. He's lost to good caliber guys.
And Spencer Fisher used to be huge. He used to fight at 185. Yeah. So I don't think Caol Uno's that big. I like Spencer Fisher in this fight.
Spencer Fisher.
All right. Next we got Marcus Davis and Dan Hardy, which is almost guaranteed to be fight of the night.
There's a lot of bad blood here.
Yeah, both of them don't like each other. Dan Hardy saying Marcus Davis isn't even Irish. Dan Hardy is obviously from the UK. He keeps his pride there. Marcus Davis is coming over to the UK, winning fans over. This is just gonna be.
People like him out there. Most of his fights are over in the UK, and he's been beating people. He's been beating people bad. He beats you in submissions. He knocks you out. He takes you to decision. He doesn't care. He wins fights.
He started off kind of rocky on the show and all.
Yeah.
But once he really got comfortable in the UFC, I think he's 8-1 in his last 9 fights. He has a couple decisions, a couple knockouts, a couple submissions. Dan Hardy has really good footwork. He has sick Muay Thai. He's always constantly using leg kicks, which is going to be hard because I think he has longer reach.
He does.
So Marcus Davis is going to have to get in there. But Marcus Davis's boxing background, he used to be a professional boxer. He's really turned into a good mixed martial artist, and I think he's probably going to overpower Dan Hardy. But if Dan Hardy can keep him away and keep him at bay, plus he scrambles.
Yeah.
Dan Hardy's hard to keep down. It's going to be a dope fight. What do you think? What do you think Dan Hardy brings to the table?
I think Dan Hardy, he just has that stand-up game that is so good. His punching ability is very good. He hits and he strikes in a way where he doesn't really miss. He's very precise with his striking ability. He's smart with his kicks. He keeps that distance, but he kicks hard.
Yeah.
And usually a lot of times they say, I'm not worried about the reach, the length doesn't make a difference. But he knows how to use it to his advantage, and he's good he's good standing.
He's
up.
always moving. He'll hit you, then get out of there, then use his leg kicks to keep you at bay. He's a dope fighter. This is probably going to be fight of the night. I like Marcus Davis in this. I think he's just better at this point.
I'm going to have to go Marcus Davis, but I think if Marcus Davis is going to win this fight, he's going to have to impose his will. He's going to have to overpower him, and he's going to have to show that I'm bigger and stronger than you are. And Marcus Davis is going to have to go in there, manhandle him, and I think he might have to take him down. He can bang, but I think Dan Hardy could get lucky on the feet and take him out. Yeah. So I think he's just going to have to, overpower him.
We'll see. Next we got Swick and Saunders.
This is hard for me.
Mike Swick, he comes in just blaring.
Guns blazing.
Ben Saunders, his Muay Thai knees are impossible.
I think him and Anderson Silva might have the best clinch in the UFC.
It's sick. If Swick can keep up his left, right, and get a knockout, it's going to be dope. If Ben Saunders can keep him at bay, he's going to have a hell of a shot. I like Swick in this fight.
Here's where I get a little iffy. I like Ben Saunders a lot. He's kind of my guy. And I think Mike Swick usually just rushes you. They call him Mike the Quick Swick for a reason. He's quick and he just comes at you. That can be bad for a man who wants to clinch you and wants to get close to you anyway. Because he's going to rush him and throw his 1-2-1-2, and Ben Saunders is going to be like, all right, snatch him up in the clinch, and he's just going to throw those knees, and Mike might try to throw him off, and he's going to take those kicks. And I think, Ben Saunders, his kicking and his knees are just too deadly, and his striking is going to be good enough to
I think Ben Saunders' length is really what's going to play the key factor in this fight.
It's going to be huge.
I don't think that Ben Saunders would have a problem finishing him. For some reason, I just think Swick's going to win the fight.
Swick is good. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is one of those fights for me. I like Ben Saunders, and I want a lot out of Ben Saunders. I want him to be good. I'm taking Ben Saunders.
All right. Up next, we got Kongo stepping in to fight Cain Velasquez. First, when I saw this fight, I don't know how I felt about it because I didn't want Kongo to step in against someone who could beat him up. But watching Cain Velasquez fight, he's dope. He's really good. He's not going to be intimidated by Kongo. If he really is what people say he is, this isn't going to be a problem for him. But I don't think his punching power is strong enough to really put Kongo away. I think he could outstrike him, but I think Kongo's the stronger fighter. I think Kongo has the advantage in every part of the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Velasquez really steps in and destroys him.
I don't think Kongo's not going to let you outstrike him. He has smart, tactical, good striking ability. He changes with Rampage. He knows what he's doing. And he never just stands in front of you. He moves around, he circles, he strikes, he gets out, he circles, and then he takes you down if he feels he needs to take you down. I think he's just better. I think he's bigger. I think he's stronger. And I think he's going to take this fight.
I'm not counting Cain Velasquez out. I really want to see him do good in this sport. But I think this is that fight that Kongo's just going to beat him and get that one step closer to the title.
I think Kongo's just been improving so much each and every fight. He wins this fight, and for me, he's the guy who gets the next shot at the title. Definitely. I think Kongo's just the guy. I think he's ready. Now is his time, and he's striking and he's going for it. But definitely, it won't be the last time we see Cain Velasquez. He's going to be good.
Definitely. Main event! We got Rich Ace Franklin and Wanderlei Silva fighting at a catch weight of 195.
The Axe Murderer. That's all I have to say about it. Okay, I'll be honest. I got a little more to say about this.
Here's what scares me. Rich Franklin, he's one of my favorite fighters. He's a great fighter. He's beat everybody. I just don't know if he has what it takes to really hurt Wanderlei Silva.
No.
He leans his head out there a lot. Wanderlei Silva throws those 3-4, 3-4. I think Wanderlei Silva could very well knock him out, but I think in order to beat Wanderlei Silva, you need a great game plan, and Rich Franklin is known for his great game plans.
I've always felt like Rich Franklin's punching and his striking has always been a little off balance. And I feel like Wanderlei will capitalize on that. He says, I finally get to fight a guy who's not going to try to take me down and not going to try to hold me, and we get to go out there and we get to stand and we get to bang. That's a really bad idea. It was a good idea for Rampage because Rampage can outstrike Wanderlei, and we saw that. But I think Wanderlei is definitely going to outstrike Ace, and I see him getting a cold knockout.
This is hard because I think at these weights, these are where the fighters are the best. And I always said if Wanderlei moved down a weight, he would be a force. And I think he's going to be, but I think Rich has what it takes to beat him. I think his leg kicks, his body kicks, he's going to keep Wanderlei at bay. I think if he could not get knocked out, Wanderlei will lose the fight.
Yeah.
But if Wanderlei could knock him out very easily, I don't know.
Wanderlei really hasn't been the same old guy. He's getting a little old. He might have that glass jaw developing like we saw happen with Chuck Liddell. He got knocked out so many times he just wasn't the same guy.
Yeah.
So that we could see that happening with Wanderlei. I see him coming down to 185 and just being a beast and being ready to just take people's heads off. And I think Rich Franklin might be catching him at the wrong time. I mean, we know Rich is nasty at 205. He's good up there. And I mean, they're just meeting in such a dangerous spot.
This is going to be a good fight. There's going to be fireworks. They're both ready to just knock each other's heads off.
And
whether or not either of them is going to do it, I don't know.
It makes it so much easier for the fighters to progress to where they want to go. He gets to stop at 195, then go down to 185, and he gets to stop at 195 and then go up to 205. So it makes them, they feel fresh, they feel good, and they feel ready to fight. I think Wanderlei's embarrassed of getting his ass whooped so many times. I think he's coming to win, and I think he's going to take him out.
They're both coming to win. I got to go with my heart. Rich is my guy. I think he can pull it off if he doesn't get knocked out.
Knockout of the night, Wanderlei Silva.
Rich Franklin, I'm in your corner, man.
Wanderlei Silva, I got you, baby.
All right, so there it is, UFC 99. Check us out.